and welcome to the 2020 Orange International Street Fair, virtual style. That's right, I'm Brian Lockery, I'm on the board of directors of the Orange International Street Fair, and with me, Adam Feliz, president of the Street Fair.
Hey Brian, how's it going today?
I've had better street fairs, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I think we all have. We all have.
This has been a rough year, as many of us know, and a rough year for everybody, a rough year for the nonprofits, which is why we're out here doing this virtually this year. We're hoping that the folks watching at home will donate. We'll go to orangestreetfair.org and make a donation to help the nonprofits in our community that are suffering so much, along with everybody else in our community, really. So it's been tough.
And we're really excited to actually even be able to do an event, even though it's virtually this year. And it's probably good that it's virtual this year because it is 90 out today.
Yes.
And tomorrow and Sunday in the high 108, 109.
Yeah, 100, 107, 108. Yeah, this would have been a rough year to be working the deep fryer.
I couldn't imagine. Or back behind making the sausage on the grill.
Oh, man, being on the grill, doing the brats.
Oh.
No, thank you.
No.
We have been there. We have done that. It is not a fun job, and it is less fun when it's 107 degrees out. So the good news, at least we're here in an air-conditioned studio, and so that is helpful to a certain extent. And you're probably at home, hopefully in air conditioning as well. And so maybe you can relax and say, you know what? The money that I otherwise would have spent on beer and brats this year, I'm going to make a donation.
All right, well, I hope that they do that. And if you're sitting at home on your couch, run to that fridge, grab a nice cold drink, maybe make up a bratwurst or maybe an Ebelskiver. I don't know.
Well, normally at this time, we would be having opening ceremonies. For those of you who are regulars at the street fair, you know we have the main stage there in the plaza, and we have all of our elected officials that'll come up and say a few words. We have a Pledge of Allegiance by Miss City of Orange. We do all of the great festivities that really kick off the street fair. This year, we're going to continue to do that. We're just going to do it virtually. But before we get started, we would like to thank our sponsors. Our sponsors are really the ones that make all of this possible. And so with that, we would like to thank, first of all, Supervisor Don Wagner. As most of you know, he has been a longtime sponsor of the Orange International Street Fair. The 3rd District at the County of Orange has been a longtime supporter. Last year, in the last couple of years, he was the main stage sponsor. And this year we said, you know, it's a virtual event. And he said, guys, I'm in anyway because I'm in for the nonprofits. I know how important it is. So we thank very much Supervisor Don Wagner for coming through and sponsoring this year's Orange International Street Fair.
Yeah, we're very thankful to him. And actually, I ran out to him in the plaza today, just behind the fountain here, where we're at actually right now.
Right?
Virtually.
We're in the plaza right now, can't you see?
I was excited to thank him for that and continued support, and I expressed the sincere gratitude from the nonprofits to him in sponsoring this. And another great sponsor that we have is the Shannon Family Mortuary. They recently moved from their location at Maple Street and are now on Chapman and I forget the name of the street, but they're on Chapman.
Chapman and Pine, or
Chapman and Pine.
Maybe a little further down, a little further east.
Sorry, Charlie. I apologize.
But they're on Chapman. We know that they're on East Chapman. So yeah, so check them out. They haven't traveled far, so please, Shannon Family Mortuary. If you see them, please thank them for their sponsorship of the fair as well and their dedication to the nonprofits in our community.
And we have
Chapel at Orange.
Chapel at Orange.
Yes, yeah. This is formerly known as the Chapman Chapel for those in old school, but now the Chapel of Orange. It's located over on Maple and Grand, and I'm very familiar with the location because it is literally right across the street from where I live. And it's also where I got married. I guess I kind of buried the lead on that one.
Yeah, you kind of did, but that's all right though.
All right, don't tell Ariana.
I won't tell her.
I'm sure she's not watching.
Yeah, please. I hope not. And our final sponsor is Communication Lab, which, thankful to Brian, that's the company that he's with, or actually that he owns, essentially. So we thank him for their time. They've done so much work to help us out with the virtual fair, from allowing us to host this from their office here in the heart of Old Town, and then also producing all the videos and getting those all put together for us. I honestly, I can't thank you and your team enough.
Well, and a special shout out, it really is the team. It's kind of like Street Fair. It's a team effort, and behind the scenes right now, we have Martin McIntosh, who is, he's at the con, and he is running things, and he does an amazing job as he does with everything that we do. So we're happy that we're able to make this small contribution to help out the nonprofits in our community. So with that, we would like to, next thing I want to talk a little bit about is the street fair. Now, we have some drone footage from last year's fair, and Martin, if you're able to, let's see if we can pull that up and show some of that. There it is. So you can see literally tens of thousands of people, maybe hundreds of thousands of people that were at last year's fair over those 3 days. Very packed event. The weather was nice. Everything was great. People were having a great time. The bands were good. The food was good. Everything was wonderful. So this year, what we want is all those people, and I'm sure you were in the crowd last year. If you were at that fair, we want you to donate this year. The nonprofit there. So with that, we are going to now kick it over to Miss City of Orange, Catherine Adcock, Miss City of Orange 2020, and she is going to do the Pledge of Allegiance. So everybody please rise.
Hello everyone, my name is Catherine Adcock and I am Miss City of Orange 2020. Typically, I would have the honor of leading the Pledge of Allegiance at the opening ceremonies of the Orange International Street Fair. However, this year, as we stay home and stay safe, I invite you all to please stand and join me as we pledge our allegiance to the flag. Please place your right hand over your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you very much, Miss City of Orange, Catherine Adcock, for doing the Pledge of Allegiance for us today. Now, a street fair cannot be put on by two people. There is just no way. There is a team of folks, a team of volunteers who make the street fair possible every year, led by our board of directors. And I will let the president of our board introduce the rest of
All right, and Brian is correct. There is a team that puts this on. Even for the virtual event, it's still a team that puts this on. Trust me, we were all working like crazy to make sure that we could actually do this, and we held on as long as we could to see if we could do the physical fair, but we just couldn't. So I want to give a big thank you and a big shout out, and if you guys see any of these individuals on the street or out there, send them a Facebook thank you or an email. Please thank them as much as you can, because really, they spend all year doing this, and it couldn't be done without them. So I want to give a big shout out to my board members, which is Ruby Vanderhoek, Donna Diaz, Pete Mangoson, Mike Mahi, Brian Lockery, Irene Hoffman.
Thank you so much, guys. You guys have been amazing all year long. And of course, our committee members as well, Marie and John Stemke and the rest of them out there.
Jason Davis.
Right, Jason. They all do so much all year. Marie helped with the social media. She ran all of that. So if you've seen Facebook ads for this, thank Marie for that. She's been amazing. The whole team. I mean, like I said, it's a team effort. Everybody does a little bit, and many hands make light work. So, so even though you're seeing us here today, it really isn't so much us, it's everybody else on the team who made this virtual street fair possible. And hopefully we'll be able to raise some good money for the nonprofits in our community today. Okay, well, next at the whenever you do a opening ceremonies, you want to have your elected officials say a few words. So with that, we have our city council led by Mayor Mark Murphy, who are going to give a few opening comments, and I'll turn it over to the mayor.
Hi, this is Mark Murphy. I'm the mayor of your hometown, the city of Orange, and we're here at the opening ceremonies of the International Street Fair. Wait a second, we're just on camera here, we're not really there. You know, we've been struggling this year with COVID-19, we all have together, and this year's no different for the street fair in that we're going to be virtual. We're not going to be able to be all together. But the opportunities to support nonprofits and support the good deeds that happen as a result of the street fair are there for you. Look at the website, check things out, Be sure and check back this weekend because there'll be excerpts from past street fairs. Perhaps you'll see yourself or friends that have some good memories. But this year, let's stay safe and let's support those nonprofits in the International Street Fair. We're so fortunate that the Street Fair and their volunteers continue to do great work. We're just going to do it virtual this year. So mask up, stay safe, and I'll look forward to seeing you very, very soon.
Hi everyone, I'm Mike Alvarez. I am the Mayor Pro Tem for the City of Orange. I know this time of the year you'd be ready for the street fair, but not this year. But we have an opportunity for you to do something really great for the city. You know, there are a lot of nonprofits that depend upon the street fair for their income, for their nonprofit activity for the year. How about taking that money that you use to buy that Appelskever, buy that big pitcher of beer, and donate that to one of the nonprofits that could use your help today? We know that COVID's kind of put a cloud on things, but you can take that cloud off by donating to the International Street Fair. Well, one more thing before we let you go. You know, we're going to introduce the nonprofits that make up the street fair, and you're going to see these things popping up through on your social media and somewhere on your computer in Cyberland. But we want you to look out for them because the nonprofits are going to have an opportunity to talk to you, let you know what they're doing, and if you donate, you're going to see the good that they're going to be able to do with that donation. So please give to the Orange International Street Fair and the nonprofits that you're going to learn about.
Hi, I'm Kim Nichols. I'm a member of the City Council of the City of Orange. I want to welcome everybody to Labor Day weekend. Unfortunately, this year we won't be able to celebrate like we normally do due to COVID restrictions, and it will be quite hot this weekend. But we are fortunate that we have the Orange International Street Fair organization that has decided to put on a virtual street fair for us. So many of us would be out there volunteering our time and donating, flipping hamburgers, serving beer, doing all kinds of things. But we hope for those of you that would have been attending, who would have been purchasing some of the delicious food and buying some of the cold beverages that we serve, that you will take that money and donate, because our nonprofits in our community need the help. Many rely on the street fair as their only source of fundraising for the year, so we hope that you take the time to donate to orangestreetfair.org, and we will see you all next year.
Hi, this is Orange County Supervisor Don Wagner, and this is what passes for a welcome for what passes for the Orange Street Fair this year. It's a tough time out there for all of us. We are taking the street fair virtual. It's going to give you an opportunity to interact with over 50 local charities, find out what they do, find out how you can help them in these tough circumstances. This is the first time since 1973 that the street fair hasn't been held in person. Well, we're holding it right here. We're holding it by Zoom. We're holding it in your living room, and it means you got to get up and participate. This is Orange County Supervisor Don Wagner. I really hope you join us virtually, explore what there is to explore here. This matters. It matters very much to the nonprofit organizations that do so much year-round for our community. It's a tough time for all of us. Let's make it a little bit easier for each of us. This is Supervisor Don Wagner. Thanks for joining us. Check out what we've got here at the virtual Orange Street Fair.
Okay, thank you, Supervisor Wagner, and thank you to our City Council as well. We've heard from our elected officials, and the city is so important in making this event run. A lot of people out there, in fact, think it's a city event, and we explain to them, no, it's actually a volunteer organization that puts this on every year, a nonprofit. We too are nonprofits at the Orange International Street Fair. But it really does take a good partnership with the city, and I know, Adam, you work with a lot of the city staff members.
Yes, I have the pleasure to work with a lot of the city staff and the city members that put this on, from the city manager's office And I'm going to give a shout out to Susan Galvan. I guarantee you she's watching from Vegas. I'm shooting it out to you, Susan, because you are the best on the city side. I'm just telling you. Okay, enough about talking about Susan. She's going to kill me later. But we're gonna talk about something a little bit. Speaking about the city staff, over the years we've had some great people who have helped be the liaison to us and work directly with us. And this year we're sad to announce that one of those members that just took care of everything that we needed, John Lorcher, passed away. And we're sorry to hear about his passing. Our thoughts and prayers are with his family. And he was such an integral part of the fair. I remember when I started back in 2008, I thought he was this big, scary guy. And then he ended up being this just fantastic big teddy bear guy. He was great. He would help you out with whatever you needed. In fact, I'm going to share a couple of funny stories. I'm going to share one in particular. And this one's really funny. And it involves some chickens. And Mike Winger, who I know is watching right now, past president, is watching. He's going to be laughing right now because he knows this story very well. So somebody got onto the radios and said there are chickens loose on North Cassell. And John gathered up his city staff and they ran out there to North Cassell. And they were looking everywhere and everywhere for the chickens, trying to find all the chickens. And it turns out that it was just the chicken song playing on German Street.
The chicken dance, and everybody's doing the chicken dance, right? Right?
Woo!
Everyone knows that. So
great.
that's funny.
Yeah.
So the chickens were loose on German Street?
Chickens were loose on German
Not so
Street.
much. But there were people dancing out there doing the chicken dance.
Oh.
So in a way it was true. But I know John and his team, after they wiped their brow after
Yeah.
making that run down North Glassell, they had a good
man.
laugh about it as
They were
well.
laughing. Another good memory I have of John is that he had this big giant recliner that we put
Ah,
back in the
yes.
Public Works compound.
Yep.
And he would just sit there and he would direct and lead from there. And I don't know how he did it, but he would do it every year. It was great.
He was amazing.
I truly do miss him. And one of my favorite things about John is that after he retired from the city a few years ago and he moved out of state, he called me every Friday around 2 p.m. just to see how the fair was being set up and if we were ready to go.
And probably rub a little salt in the wound too, right?
Probably.
Say, I've got my feet up somewhere. You enjoy the next 3 days.
Yeah.
No, John was a wonderful guy. Certainly, our prayers go out to his family, and it's a big loss. And he was wonderful with the city. But really, it just kind of goes to show that's who the city of Orange is. That's who they have on their staff. Is they have people who really have a heart for this community and really want the best for this community. And we certainly value that with the Orange International Street Fair, because we couldn't do what we do as volunteers if the city staff didn't do what they did, and they always seem to go above and beyond, and we're grateful, and I know the nonprofits who benefit from the street fair are grateful as well. Okay, we are going to, speaking of nonprofits, we were talking about nonprofits. Well, we were able to talk to a lot of our nonprofits, and several of them have submitted videos because we thought it would be important. A lot of times, you visit some of these organizations every year at the street fair, right? You get your brats from the Orange County Central Lions Club at Dana Street, right? And the brats are great, but you don't know a lot about the Lions Club, or maybe it's about the Rotary or the Community Foundation. So we thought this would be a wonderful opportunity for these nonprofits to communicate directly with you and tell you a little bit about some of those services and resources that are available to the community in Orange. Their availability to provide those resources and services are reliant on donations from good people like you. So please consider going to orangestreetfair.org, making a contribution, however small, but it's really important because for a lot of these nonprofits, the street fair is their biggest fundraiser of the year, and this year, obviously, it's just not happening, at least in person. So this is the least we can do, is hold this virtual event and hopefully raise a few dollars to help out the nonprofits in our community. So over the next few minutes, you're going to be hearing from a few of our nonprofits, the Apostolic Church of Orange, the Assistance League, and Casa Teresa. So here they are.
Greetings to everyone who is watching this video. My name is Jesse Rodriguez, and I am the pastor of the church. We are the Apostolic Church of Orange, also known as New Life Apostolic Worship Center. We are a nonprofit church located in the city of Orange. We have been part of the city and local community for over 50 years. What we are about as an organization is to empower and bring hope to our church members and the community around us. The Apostolic Church of Orange has been participating in the Orange International Street Fair for the last 39 years. Our church began working in the fair in 1981. We were one of 13 nonprofits trying to raise funds while representing Mexican culture and cuisine. The first item that was sold at the fair was tamales. Later on, we added an additional item, which was sopes. Now, our booth, El Buen Taco, sells a variety of food items like tacos, burritos, tamales, nachos, tortas, sopes, quesadillas, pink lemonade, and horchata. Our sopes and quesadillas are unique since they are made from handmade tortillas. However, our tamales and sopes continue to be popular among our customers. The Orange International Street Fair is an important event in which the Apostolic Church of Orange participates in every year. We have been participating for the past 39 years. As a church, all of our members work together to fundraise during this 3-day event. The money that is raised helps fund our different ministries at the church. For example, we use a portion of the funds to support our children and youth ministries to promote activities that will help them grow. Additionally, our church has been able to create a scholarship fund known as the Vasquez Scholarship Program with that money that is raised during the fair. The purpose of this scholarship program is to motivate and incentivize our children and youth to continue pursuing their education and excel in their academics. Participating in the Orange International Street Fair to raise money means a lot to our church since these funds help us achieve our mission.
Hi, I'm Dylan, part of the children's ministry. Can you help us by donating? Thank you.
Hi.
We are the youth of New Life Apostolic Worship Center.
Please help us out by donating.
Thank you.
God bless you.
At our booth, El Buen Taco, you will find products that are made from scratch, products with fresh ingredients. Our sopes have been the most popular since the very beginning. In our church, we do our quesadillas and our sopes from handmade tortillas. Please help us by donating. Thank you and God bless you.
I'm Wendy Forrest with the Orange Blossoms Auxiliary. We're a part of Assistance League of Orange, which is the national organization. Here in the community of Orange, we help anyone and everyone who needs help. With Orange Blossoms, we particularly focus on women and children in Orange, focusing on literacy, personal enrichment, and giving in any way that we can. We do programs at Casa Teresa, Ronald McDonald House, where we deliver and prepare meals. Also with Chalk Oncology Ward, we prepare meals and enrichment programs. Miracles for Kids. We also have an annual storytelling book giveaway that we do with the library, where we give away books to over 250 children in need in the community. We also adopt a preschool every holiday season so that they can make sure that they get gifts for Christmas, and we also focus on pajamas and literacy again. We always try and figure out what the needs of the community are and serve them in any way that we can. As a national organization, we participate in Operation School Bell. On a local level, that means providing uniforms to all children in need from kindergarten all the way through middle school. That also includes providing backpacks, books, and basic supplies that they might need to be successful in school. Obviously with COVID stopping the street fair, that's put a hindrance on the amount of funds that we'll be able to give back to the community. For the Assistance League of Orange and Orange Blossoms Auxiliary, every single dollar that we raise for street fair goes right back into the community. So this puts a huge strain on what we can do. That's why I encourage you to go to orangestreetfair.org and give what you can. Once again, my name is Wendy Forrest. I'm an Orange Blossom Auxiliary member with the Assistance League of Orange, and next year we'll see you at the fair.
I don't make any assumptions about the type of moms that they have been or that they can be. We just start here now. What they need and they get is acceptance. The judgment is just checked at the door.
Casa Teresa is a place where we take care of women who are in crisis. They can come find a safe place. So we're really trying to heal and change them so they can have a better life for both themselves and their child.
The concept of Casa is to continuously talk about respecting them and loving them and help them work through the storm that's inside them.
7 months ago, I came here from sober living. I was completely broken and I could hardly look myself in the eye when I looked in the mirror, let alone hold a conversation with somebody. Since I've been here, I've had a chance to really take a look at my parenting skills, my life skills, being a successful contribution to society. And that's kind of what the journey's been about here.
Whatever it is that brought them here, they're just kind of braced for more criticism and more finger pointing, and they don't get that when they get here. They don't get judged. They get keys. They get keys to a really good room where they can sleep in a comfortable, safe bed.
Some of our moms, they'll walk into a room and just tears start to roll out of their eyes, like this is a bed for me to sleep in.
There was one woman, and she got really emotional, and she said, 2 weeks ago I was taking a bird bath at the Arco station, and everybody just stopped, and you could have heard a pin drop in the room. And I know everybody was thinking about where they'd been 2 weeks ago.
What makes Casa Teresa really special is we love them. When they come through the door, we accept them unconditionally, which is probably the first time that's ever happened to them in their life. We become their family. We're restoring them, we're healing them, but none of that can start without love.
The homeless issue is so huge and so complicated, but we just pare it down to one woman at a time and one baby at a time, and it's much more manageable.
You never turn your back on the population. I think that's the key with our program. Once a mom enters Casa, they're our kids forever.
I remember the day that I got home from filing my paperwork so I could see my older boys, and I told Lisa that I can walk with my head up now. Like home for me, it's more than just a program.
It really is heart-wrenching and really touches your heart when you realize how much the nonprofits do for our community every day.
It's really a good thing. I mean, watching these videos and seeing what they do, I actually learned a lot about the organizations, and I've known most of these organizations for a long time, and I didn't realize how much they do for our community above and beyond. It's great. And I'm also excited about learning how to make sopes there. I'm getting a little hungry. I'm not sure if it's lunchtime or dinner time. I've lost all track of time.
It's Street Fair weekend. I think everyone gets a little hungry on Street Fair weekend. But yeah, we always say when we're up there at opening ceremonies and other things, buy that extra brat, buy that extra taco, have an extra beer, because that money is going to the nonprofits in our community who do so much good for our community. But to see it in action like that with those videos really kind of brings it home to everybody.
And that's really what this virtual fair about, is really introducing to you these nonprofits and giving you a platform to be able to donate so we can give back to them. With COVID, they haven't been open for the last, almost 6 months now.
Yeah.
And this is really going to help them, and they're really going to like it, and you get to learn about the organizations as well.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Okay. So now we're going to test you a little bit. We've got some brain teasers. We've got a Street Fair trivia for you. We thought this might be a fun way to kind of break up the videos and some of the other stuff that we're going to do here this evening. So let's take you to our first trivia question that we have. It's trivia time. What year was the first Orange Street Fair held? What year was the first Orange Street Fair held? So this is kind of a little bit of a trick question for those who
I don't know if I
know.
actually know this one.
You of all people better know this one, because he was actually sending me photos today of the first street fair.
I was.
Yeah, so we know when it was, but do you know when it was? So think about it. Maybe post it in the comments if you think you know the answer, and we're going to have that answer for you available.
I'm going to step it up, Brian. The first person to answer that question correctly, we're actually going to send you an OISF commemorative pin, which we forgot to have, or we didn't forget, that we actually have available online too. If you hop over to our website, orangestreetfair.org, you click on the merchandise button, it'll take you to that site where you can get some pretty cool hats, shirts, masks.
So the first one with the right answer gets a free pin?
Gets a free pin.
All right, I will be right back, folks. No, I'm kidding.
You're not eligible.
I'm not eligible. All right. Well, we are now going to take it outside to the hot streets of downtown Orange. Our field reporter, Ariana Barrios, who I know pretty well.
Oh, I hope so.
She agreed to be our field reporter, and she went out and was asking folks what were your favorite memories of the Orange International Street Fair, and this is what folks had to say out there in downtown Orange.
Hey, well, thank you guys. And yes, I'm right here down at the plaza. And as you can see over my shoulder, an unusual sight for Labor Day weekend, cars coming up and down Chapman. As you know, our virtual street fair means that traffic is still flowing. And so we came down and we took a few minutes to ask some people what were their favorite memories of the Orange Street Fair. Because right now, a lot of our nonprofits are missing out, and they're really excited to come back next year and serve up all their favorite foods and play their favorite games for all the people who are cruising around today. So why don't we take a look and hear what people had to say. Have you been to the street fair before?
Yes.
And what is your favorite memory?
My favorite memory is all the games and yeah.
And did you win?
The games. Maybe a couple times.
And I remember eating here at Felix Cafe and with my grandpa and my step grandma, because there's just like so much things to do there. That's why I love it.
And what's your favorite memory?
Well, my favorite memory is just the people all coming out here. It's a big bond of community, and you almost see the same people every year after year. They have a lot of arts, crafts, activities, great food. They had a little train that used to circle around. It's a lot of love in this community. Kind of reminds me of the old school days, you know. So with my son, part of the fun thing we had is he likes to try out different foods. So we had chalupas and stuff like we never tried before, so it was kind of neat. Ian?
My favorite, they had, there was lots of cool things to do, but I remember one of the activities that was fun as a younger self was they had this thing where you had this robot that would shoot frisbees at targets, and I love that. I love the tech stuff, and it's really cool over here.
I also remember I got stuck in a slide.
Oh my goodness. Well, there you have it, guys. Obviously, a lot of people with great fond memories of the street fair who'll be coming back next year. But this year, we need your help to give donations to help our nonprofits who can't be out on the street this year, hucking all their good wares. So please give generously, and back to you guys back in the studio.
All right, thank you very much, Ariana, for that report. And we have had a lot of interesting answers to our trivia question. We have 1973, 1975, 72, 76, 61.
61?
71. But we have one correct answer that's up there.
We do. We have one correct answer.
And this is somebody who may have had a little inside knowledge on this. Yes.
Maybe.
Anke Volgevang, and I'm glad that you are watching. You are correct. 1910 was the first Orange International Street Fair, and it was held. That's 110 years ago. The first street fair was held, and since then it was just 1 year event. It was kind of an end of the summer event. I guess they sold poultry there.
They
and some
sold
other
poultry, and there was some homewares. There was a hot air balloon.
A hot air balloon, that's right.
Yeah.
And they did have electricity. We'll see if we can get some photos that we can show you a little later in the show. But they did have electricity because they had they did the fair at night.
did the
So
fair
you
at night,
see it all lit up and everything. So that was
crazy.
that was kind of fun. So yes, 1910 is the correct answer. Congratulations, Anke Volgevang, for that winning answer, and a street fair pin, I guess, is headed your way.
It is
right?
headed her way. And you know, I saw that somebody commented on our live stream here. I believe it was Lisa. She was looking for the virtual sausage and peppers. Hey, Lisa, if you find those, if you could send those our way, we're starving over here.
But not virtual. We want the real thing. We want the real sausage and peppers. Send them over. I think we got to hit up Sons of Italy for that, maybe,
I
right?
think so.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, does everyone have their lighters ready? This is by request. We had somebody that posted earlier and said it's not a street fair without Freebird. So we have Skinner Reloaded doing Freebird. Lighters up.
Play it pretty for all the people out here today. Orange International Street Fair. It's been a sweet love, yeah, yeah. No, it's a feeling I can't change. But please don't take it so badly. So Lord knows I'm to blame. If I stay with you now, things just couldn't be the same. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy your day. We are skinned and reloaded. Get home safely. Oh, we're playing at the Harley-Davidson in Huntington Beach next Thursday if you all want to come out and see us.
All right, nothing like Skinnerd Reloaded. That was by request. Somebody on Facebook asked for it. They said we want to hear Freebird, so there you go.
And they got it.
And they got Freebird.
Look at that. Right
in
at our
its
fingertips.
entirety.
In its entirety.
We do want to ask you, we've had a lot of great comments on Facebook, and we appreciate that. Please share this. Share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it with your neighbors. Let them know that the street fair is going on this weekend. It's just going on virtually, and we would love to have them make some donations. So please share the Facebook post, get it on your feed, and get it on your friends and neighbors'
Or a watch
feeds.
party too. They could do a watch party.
You could do a watch party, absolutely. And we're trying to raise money for the nonprofits in our community, and it's so critically important. Okay, before we get to our next trivia question, we're going to do a little rewind and look back at our last trivia question. There was some people that were kind of raising an eyebrow when we said 1910. Or did we really have a street fair in 1910? And I said, no, we really did. There's black and white photos that showed it. And we have some of those photos for you now. So if we could pop those photos up on the screen. This here, and Adam, you're going to have to explain exactly where that is.
I'm thinking that is where Earth Cafe currently is.
Okay.
It looks like the building shape. It looks like the front. But I'd have to go back through and check the historical records. And honestly, I should really know this. Serving on OTP.
And I can't imagine how, if it was, and it was over Labor Day weekend, those dresses must have been pretty warm. But you can see how nicely everyone's dressed with their.
But it looks like you could get ice cream cone.
With those dresses and hats, you can get ice cream there. It's pretty good. And we have some other photos, I think, as well.
Ooh.
Beautiful.
This is one of my favorites.
Yes.
With all the bunting that goes around. Oh, man.
And look in the upper right-hand corner, the hot air balloon up there.
Yeah.
So people were taking hot air balloon rides on that first street fair weekend of Labor Day, 1910.
Looks like there's some big stage over where the fountain is too, huh?
Yeah, it does. I guess they had the stage in the center of the plaza. They used to have children's village in the center of the plaza before they closed it off, where they redid the plaza many years ago. Okay, a couple other photos I think we have. Oh, this is a nighttime photo. So we talked earlier about how the street fair was, not long after electricity and outdoor lighting was invented. And here it is. So this shows you the night scene at the Orange International Street Fair. So very exciting stuff. You see the American flags up there as well.
This is by far my favorite photo.
Yeah.
Of all.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Yeah. It really is. And I think, is there one more? Ah, yes. We talked about the poultry. We talked about the fact that yes, they really were selling chickens at the street fair. So I guess that John Lorcher story, when they say the chickens are loose on North Glassell,
it happened there.
It really did.
It
could have really happened. Chickens being loose on the streets in the plaza.
It just happened to have been maybe 90 years later.
So before they were doing the chicken dance on German Street on North Glassell, they actually had chickens in the plaza for sale for people that wanted to buy them at the street fair. And there it is, the original Street Fair Board and Committee. And I'm telling you, that is a much more dapper looking group than what we have today.
Yeah, we don't count.
We don't count. We couldn't hold a candle to those guys, I'm sure.
Most of you see us year after year when we're out there. I mean, we really start on Wednesday afternoon, and Thursday we're full on growing beards and hot and sweaty.
I can't even imagine going with a jacket, a three-piece suit, and a pocket watch and spats for the street fair. Thank you, but no, I don't think I could make it.
Thank goodness we get to sneak away to air conditioning every once in a while.
Every once in a while, yeah. We try to run away over in the compound where they have an air conditioning
So
unit.
if you want to know where that air conditioning is, volunteer to help us out on the street fair.
Yes, we could always use volunteers. Go to orangestreetfair.org. You can certainly donate, as you can see right down there. Donate and help our nonprofits. But you can also sign up to be a volunteer. The street fair does get put on every year by volunteers, and it takes 12 months to organize the fair every year. So it takes a lot of work, sponsorships, tent rentals, porta potties, ATM machines, everything that goes into it.
There's a lot.
Electrical, dumpsters, yes. There's a lot that goes into it. And we do it all to support the nonprofits so that they can sell their wares, sell their food, sell their beer, and earn a little money to help out our community. So if you'd like to be part of the Street Fair Committee, just go to orangestreetfair.org, sign up, and somebody from our team will get in touch with you. Well, at this point, we'd like to say again a thanks to our sponsors. The Street Fair, the virtual Street Fair, couldn't be put on this year without our sponsors, and that's led by Supervisor Don Wagner, 3rd District Supervisor here in the County of Orange. We appreciate everything that he does for the Street Fair, not only this year, but in past years as well. He's been main stage sponsor for many years, and this year he stepped up and agreed to be one of our top sponsors for the virtual Street Fair.
And we have Chapel of Orange, which we've all learned is where Brian got married at. It's
Yes.
also across the street maybe from his residence, and
Yes,
a few more doors down from me.
We see a lot of people get married there every day. So, well, at least they used to before COVID, and we're hoping that it reopens again soon for weddings.
Yeah, I think they're excited for it to reopen as well.
Yes, we all are. And then, of course, the Shannon Family Mortuary, which was located over on Maple Street. They have since moved over to Chapman, but they still can provide you services in your time of need. And we encourage you, if you see the family out, make sure you say hello and say thank you for sponsoring the virtual 2020 Orange International Street Fair.
And we can't forget Communication Lab and the amazing team there. Martin's doing fantastic over there, we hope.
Yes, he suffered through Freebird. He was not a fan, but he got through it.
he is drinking his first of many cups of coffee, apparently. And he's eating a whole package of licorice over there. Because nobody has sent us any sausage yet.
Coffee. No, I'm kidding. It really is coffee. Okay. Well, speaking of nonprofits, we heard from some of our nonprofits earlier and what they do, the services that they provide for our community, the resources they provide, and who your donations are going to help. So, would like to introduce you to a few more of our nonprofits that we have that you buy things from at the Street Fair every year. And this is a little more about what they do. The Catholic Charities, the Danish American Club, and the Community Foundation of Orange. So let's catch up with these nonprofits.
Hi, my name is Leo Gonzalez. I'm the coordinator for Catholic Charities Margarita booth at the Orange International Street Fair. On behalf of Catholic Charities of Orange County, I would like to thank the Street Fair for allowing us to participate each year. Our involvement began in 1992 when a group of young adults from Holy Family Church wanted to assist the community to meet the needs of some of the most vulnerable. We were later asked by Judy Solie, chairman of the Orange International Street Fair, to try a new product called Wine Margaritas, which was in 1996. Wine at first was not a moneymaker, but eventually began to be a good fundraiser for Catholic Charities of Orange County. With the funds that we were able to raise, we helped thousands of people in Orange County.
My name is Sonia Mejia, and I've been helping at the Orange International Street Fair in the Wine and Margarita booth for 25 years. Every group that's part of the International Street Fair are nonprofits that are raising money so that they can help their communities, and you get to know a lot of the people. You have some of the same regular families that come back every single year. People that have lived in Orange, that have moved away, that come back. It's like having a family reunion. The money that we fundraise goes back into the communities. I just know that I'm doing something good, and my work in helping is going to benefit somebody else.
Hi, I'm Mike Pelly with the Community Foundation of Orange, and we're so proud to be a partner with the Orange International Street Fair. Unfortunately, as you know, because of COVID, the street fair won't be happening in person, but it will be happening virtually, and we are asking for your support. The Community Foundation, for those of you who don't know, is very involved in the city of Orange and also some of our surrounding communities. We host the Field of Valor, the Foundation Games. Lately, you've seen all the orange signs around Orange. Those are all us. All the money we raise goes back into the community. Unfortunately this year, because we're not participating in the street fair, it's one of our big fundraising activities, we hope that you will still take the time to donate to this worthy cause. One of the programs, the Field of Valor, this year will take place on November 7th at Handy Park. As those of you who've participated in the past, we proudly display 1,776 flags. Flags are also available for $35, and you get to keep the flag and honor a veteran or a current active military. And coming up sooner than that is in October is our rubber duck contest. You can go to our website and learn more about that. It's another fundraiser that's new this year. It's another great way to get involved with our community. Foundation Games is one of our signature events. Unfortunately, for the last 2 years, because of the construction at Fred Kelly Stadium, we could not hold the games. That's the event that's been happening for 15 years, so there's some disruption there. And of course, with coronavirus this year, we can't participate in the International Street Fair with our partner, Rotary Club of Orange, but we look forward to participating next year. So if you can donate now, we'd appreciate it. We really need your support, our community needs your support, and it's a great cause. Thank you.
The beignets and hurricanes. I would love to have some of that this weekend.
And a glass of wine, or I think we just watched some Evilskeepers be made too.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, the Danish American, the Evilskeepers. Yeah, those are unbelievably good.
Every night at the end of the fair, they always come and bring us some of those. I'm looking around, I don't see them here yet.
You have them, you just have them virtually. So,
okay.
Yeah, you can't do much with that, so unfortunately. Yeah, and the Community Foundation of Orange, thank you guys for all you do in the community. We heard about the Rubber Ducky Derby that's coming up next month, and then of course the Field of Valor this year is November 7th to November 14th. And let me tell you something, if you haven't been to the Field of Valor, you really do need to get out there. It's a wonderful tribute to our veterans, to our servicemen, both those who are currently serving and those who have served in the past. 1,776 flags, 1776. They get put out there, and you can purchase one of those flags for somebody you know, or you can purchase one even if you just want to make a donation, and it'll get donated in a veteran's honor for $35. But just spend some time out there. Go out there at dusk or at dawn, and it's really inspiring.
And you can visit their website, communityfoundationoforange.com, to get more info on that. I'm sure they're already taking...
I'm sure. Yeah, they're already taking reservations for those flags, and I think you could probably buy a duck out there too. So for the Rubber Ducky Derby. Okay, so it's now trivia time.
Oh, my favorite time of the whole night.
More trivia time, and this one is this one's a little tougher because you really almost have to have been at the board or on the committee to get this one right, But maybe if you live nearby, you can you hear the things drop. Now you'll know what I'm talking about as we get to this trivia question. Okay, so the question, our trivia question this time around: how long does it take to set up and tear down the fair each year? So how many hours does it take to set it up, and how many hours does it take to tear it down? So that is our trivia question. Make your comments in the Facebook feed.
And you know what? If somebody gets it actually right on both of them, we can give them a T-shirt and a pin.
T-shirt and a pin.
If they get it right for both of them.
Okay.
This is a hard one. This is a very hard one.
This is really tough.
And this is one that I live and breathe because I get to have fun with this one every year. So
yes, and for those who live near the plaza, you are used to hearing the clanking of the poles that are going down as they tear down the fair every year. So that may give you kind of a clue. When do you hear the clanking, and And how long does it take to wrap up after that from the fair every year? But it is impressive how quickly everyone's able to set up and tear down.
It's
every
very
year.
quickly. And I missed those clanking of those tent poles going up. You know, I was up at 4 o'clock this morning because that's normally what I do Friday at Street Fair. I'm up at 4 a.m. getting ready to go down to the event and get things going. And I did miss that this morning. It was kind of eerie, but thankfully I walked down to the plaza, looked around, and imagined us actually having a physical event. So, but let's see if you guys can get these answers correct.
Yes, this will be a tough one. This will be a tough one, and we're going to have that answer for you in just a little bit. We're going to step aside, and we're going to hear from some more of our nonprofits. Now, a lot of the high school athletics in our community are able to raise money. The boosters are able to raise money to help those high school sports so that they can have, you know, their equipment that they need, so that they can go on their road trips that they need to go on for their sports and things like that. So we are going to hear over in this next segment from the El Medina boys basketball team, the El Medina softball team, and Isaac Walton. And Isaac Walton, you may know, of course, if you know them from Street Fair, you know that they are on Swiss Street. That's where you get that delicious, super sweet, super unbelievably good lemonade that they make. And then, of course, the spicy sausages. Nothing better than the sweet lemonade and the spicy sausages. But they do a lot of good in the community, particularly around fishing, the sport of fishing. So let's learn more about the El Medina basketball team, the El Medina softball team, and Isaac Walton.
Hi, I'm Damien. I play the shooting guard at Elmo, and these are my teammates. One way we like raising money was the street fair. Now, due to the pandemic, the street fair was taken from us, so we got to raise some money. All donations are appreciated and will go towards new uniforms and helping upgrade our gym as much as we can. We hope you come see us play when we take the court on March 12th, and on behalf of the basketball program, thank you. All in.
Hi, my name is Bobby Calderon. I'm the head coach of El Medina softball. This is my 5th year as the head coach of El Medina softball, and one of the things that I was introduced to immediately when I took over this program was being a part of the Orange International Street Fair. We use this opportunity as a fundraising component to help provide for our softball program. The funds that we generate during this weekend, we use that, to upgrade our facilities, to provide new uniforms for our girls, and to potentially provide new equipment for our girls. So the funds that we generate go a long way. Being a part of this opportunity, we have established here in the Orange International Street Fair that we establish a solid Philly cheesesteak sandwich. That's what we normally sell, and we were fortunate enough to be partnered with another community member in OC Baking, Dean Kim and OC Baking, and he has been so generous to donate the bread that we use in order for us to sell Philly cheesesteak. It's a great partnership. Dean's a very active member in the community, and we love the fact that he's kind of helped out our organization. So even though this year we're unable to meet on this Labor Day weekend, the Orange International Street Fair will continue on virtually, and please find a way to donate and continue to support all of the organizations that use this weekend to generate funds to go to very noble causes and areas in the community. My name is Bobby Calderon. I am the head softball coach at El Medina High School. Can't wait to see you next year at the Orange International Street Fair.
Hi, my name is Nick Veras, and I'm the chapter president of the Orange chapter of the Isaac Walton League of America. We're a national organization that is focused on conservation. We're actually the oldest conservation group in the country. We're responsible for starting the Clean Water Act and are active in legislation nationally, state, and local level. Locally here, we do a lot of work with Boy Scouts, and we do a kids fishing seminar every year, and our street fair is our biggest fundraiser. Sadly, this year, with everything going on, we aren't able to actually be there for you to get your spicy sausage or your brats or your lemonades, but we're going to do it this way with the virtual street fair. With the street fair, we've been active for 20 plus years, and it's been a great progress for all of us, and we've had a good time with it. Locally, our biggest charitable organization is we do a kids fishing seminar every year down at Irvine Lake. Recently it's been closed, but we're trying to get back into it, but that's where most of you remember us for. We worked with over 350 Boy Scouts out there. They would camp, we'd help them fish, they'd go through seminars each morning, and then we'd send them out on the lake and we'd have volunteers at every station to help them out. It was definitely a rewarding project that everybody enjoyed, both the Scouts and all of us as hikes. Kids would get their fishing merit badges, and it would be a camaraderie that we talk about still to this day every year. Once again, my name is Nick Veras, and I'm the Orange Chapter President of the Isaac Walton League of America. We look forward to seeing you guys at the future street fairs, but for this year, please make your donation to orangestreetfair.org, and we look forward to seeing you out on the streets in the future and at kids fishing seminars after that.
All right, so we heard a little bit from the El Medina basketball, softball, and then Isaac Walton, and it's interesting. You saw a photo there. A lot of you may know them, the Claypools, Phil Claypool. Great guy, lives here in Orange, and he and his family have been involved with Isaac Walton for a long time. They're involved with the Boy Scouts, and both of my boys earned their fishing merit badge going to the Isaac Walton Fishing Day out at Irvine Lake. It's really an exceptional opportunity for a lot of young men who may live in Orange and may not have an opportunity to ever go fishing, to learn how to tie a fly, how to tie their hooks, how to bait a hook. They catch a fish, they cook the fish, you're able to clean it and cook it. They do it all. It's really amazing what they teach kids.
Now, am I too old to go?
You're too old to earn the fishing merit badge. You could probably go, but I don't know if you're going to be able to elbow the kids out of the way to go fishing.
I don't know.
That seems a little inappropriate.
I don't know. Big Ed, if you're watching us, let's have a talk.
All right. So we had a couple of answers, a couple of guesses rather, for our trivia question. How long does it take to set up and tear down the fair every year? And this, again, very, very difficult one because we're taking it down to the number of hours. Mm-hmm. Adam?
I think that this is a very tough one. And I think that all of you are going to be surprised at the answer. Do you think they're going to be surprised?
I think they will be. I was surprised because, before I got involved with the fair, I was always amazed that it happened so quickly. And I'm looking and somebody just posted an answer that is almost spot on.
Almost spot on?
Almost spot on.
Ooh.
Their guess is 12 hours to set up, 8 hours to tear down. The answer is
12 hours to set up, 9 hours to tear down.
Which is really amazing when you think about it, that we're able to get everything set up that quickly for a fair of that size, and then able to tear everything down and have it basically open for traffic within 9 hours of having 100,000 people at the fair. It is a delicate dance that is done, and you see the cars moving in, loading up, moving out. Everything's got to move a certain way. The Winger family, I know you guys are watching. You guys were amazing the way you guys orchestrated all that every year, and Adam does an amazing job now of doing it. But it really is a delicate dance. You have to have Straub come in, they pull the trailers. You have the big trucks come in, they're loading things up, and then you have the arts and crafts vans that are coming in, loading up. And somebody always tries to sneak in. Somebody always tries to sneak in. Oh, I didn't know I wasn't supposed to come down South LaSalle.
It just messes up the whole thing. We have to stop the operation.
Yeah, and you got to keep the fire lanes open the whole time, because a few years ago, during closing, they had somebody got a bee sting and they were allergic to bees, and they sent out the whole hook and ladder truck.
They sent out truck one to respond to it, and it was quite the tight squeeze. But they do fit, and I've actually I've had the pleasure several times to ride in truck one and navigate through the street fair, so we are completely compliant with that. And I just want to say that it's a well-oiled machine for setup and teardown. And like I said, we close the streets down right around 7 p.m. and then we have the whole fair set up and ready for the participants to get in at 7 a.m. the next morning, and it's just ready to go.
Yeah,
and then
it's amazing.
Big thank you to the City of Orange's public works staff for the cleanup. They get it done in 9 hours. and it's just phenomenal to see them do it. The streets are so clean. After they're done cleaning up, you could actually eat off them. Now, don't do it, but you can. You could eat off of them.
So the question is now, Brenda Livernois, and I apologize if I got that last name wrong. She said 12 hours to set up, 8 hours to tear down. The question is, it's pretty close, but
it's pretty close.
Does she qualify for the prize?
She qualifies for the prize.
Oh, there you go, Brenda. Okay, so get in touch with us. Go to orangestreetfair.org. Send us a communique through the website, and we will get you your T-shirt and your pin. Okay, we are going to step aside now to listen to another band. It's time for another band. Now, this band, a lot of people show up at the street fair just to hear this band play. For many years, they played on Irish Street, and they got so big, and the crowds got so big that we said, you know what, Irish stage can't hold these guys. We need to move them onto the main stage. And so they are now playing on the main stage, and of course, they need no introduction. I am talking about the Finians. Here they are.
Cousins out there, I've got some Irish cousins out there, and I'd like to think of you all as my cousins tonight. So we're gonna sing a song for my Uncle Johnny. You guys ready to get the hands up or what? Come on! Here's to Uncle Johnny, it's quite a life you led. We'll drink to you until we're drunk, until we're fed. Life is for the living, how many tears are shed. The devil he made up for you, but heaven knows you're dead. Heaven knows you're a sight to see late in his pine wood box. A suit and tie and foot gear and neatly combed up locks. You almost a liable man with a lovely shade of rouge. My God, you've got a manicure, you even shined your shoes. We'll bring out some tickets to you. Oh, yes, you want the Johnny, it's quite a life you led. We'll drink to you until we're drunk, until we're fed. Life is for the living, not many tears shed. You know, we made it for you, and heaven knows you're dead. Always said that he'd get rich or he'd die trying. And judging by his current state of health, he wasn't lying. But this is always better that one day he'd come to harm. You thought you could buy happiness instead you bought the farm. You went and bought the bloody Cheyenne farm. Oh, here's to Uncle Johnny, it's right like you had. We'll continue until we're broke, until we're fed. Life is for the living, no many tears and shed. Never even for you, but heaven knows you're dead. Talk to you on your box. Another 4 or 5 or 6 until we're all embalmed. We'll sing the song and send them up to the great beyond. We'll sing and send them to the great beyond. Oh, if you want the Johnny, it's right like you left. We'll take to you until we're drunk, until we're fed. Life is for the living, no many tears shed. Though he may look for you, may heaven knows you're dead. Oh, if you want the Johnny, it's right like you left. Until we don't get until we're dead. Life is for the living, how many tears shed. The devil he may have for you, but heaven knows you're dead. Heaven knows you're dead. Heaven knows you're dead. And don't you ever forget it! Thanks so much. I'd like to point out that we all ended at the same time too, so I'm very impressed. As we get older, those things can tend to be a long shot here and there, right? You know? He said shot. He said finishing. I've been informed to be on my best behavior tonight, so far so good. No profanity yet, I don't think, have I? No, okay, good. And I didn't mean yet. I said no, listen. I'll yell it in Rob's ear. Get it out of his... Who wants to go to Dublin tonight? Unfortunately, this song is about as close as you'll get, I think. Here we go. Of my head was in this thing, not knowing my destination and not knowing where I've been. The world knows the pressure to forcing me to rush. I stepped inside a wonderful place and I felt the simple hush. How she stood behind the bar, the citizen of white. A philosopher of sorts, he knows that sometimes it is right. A curious combination of what it would say. Because it will you won't find anything. He says, sit down, don't you hurry, don't think things so fast. Right, put up your main things and something will last. The things you want to check, and search for meaning. The moments we chat upon, like the beauty in the setting sun. I haven't got a man yet, but I can't call my way. Like the beauty of the setting sun. I can't call my friend.
All right. Well, the Finians got us in the mood, and it's just not a street fair without a little bit of beer.
And it's really hot outside, so
It's really hot, so you will forgive us.
Sorry, guys.
Okay. So we are going to once again say a big thank you to our sponsors of the fair, Supervisor Don Wagner, 3rd District Supervisor here at the County of Orange, long-term street fair supporter and sponsor of this year's fair. We have the Shannon Family Mortuary, who once again sponsoring this year's fair. We appreciate their service. The Chapel of Orange, which is located right on Maple and Grand, another sponsor of the fair. And then My Firm Communications Lab, we're helping out by putting on this virtual event, providing the technology. Martin McIntosh from our team is doing all the behind the scenes work, and so we're happy to make this small contribution in order to try to solicit some donations to help the nonprofits in our community.
And we're very thankful for you and your team helping us out and doing that.
Well, we appreciate, you got to remember again, the Street Fair is an all-volunteer organization, and this is our leader of our volunteer organization, Adam Felice, and he has been the president of the Street Fair for several years and does a great job, and we appreciate everything he does. He goes over and above like you wouldn't believe. I kind of stay in my corner and do my thing, and he does everything else.
It's not me, guys. It's the team that we have.
It really
Each
is.
one of them.
No, yeah.
It's not about me. I'm just the one that when something goes wrong, they come to me.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. I mean, Irene and Donna, Ruby, Mike, Pete, everybody on the board, everybody on the committee, Marie and Josh and John Stempke, all of them. They're all amazing. They all do amazing work. Not only, and a lot of people think, oh, it's just those 3 days of the street fair, but it really is.
It's all year.
It's all year long. It takes
All
a lot
year.
of work to prepare for that one 3-day event. Okay, we are now going to hear from some more of our nonprofit organizations. El Medina Wrestling, this serves as a fundraiser for them every year. The Friendly Center, many of us know Kathy Seelig and all the great work that they do over there at the Friendly Center, and Job's Daughters. So let's hear from these three great nonprofit organizations here in Orange.
Hi, I'm Coach Biagini, the head wrestling coach for the boys wrestling team at El Medina High School. Personally, wrestling has taught me some invaluable life lessons throughout my life. Hard work, dedication, perseverance, and intestinal fortitude come to mind. Like many other academic sports, we rely on the support of our community to help us fund our program. COVID-19 has significantly impacted not only our ability to participate in wrestling, but to fundraise as well. With your support and your donations, our program will be able to purchase items that enable us to be successful. For example, tournament fees, antibacterial wipes, cleaning products, team headgear, uniforms, and new practice mats. Anything helps, and we greatly appreciate your support. We hope you enjoy this video showcasing our team's hard work from the last season, achieving our first league championship in over 7 years. Thanks, and enjoy the video.
just a freight train coming away. Then it comes to being the soothing light at the end of your tunnel. It was just a freight train coming away. Don't it feel right like this? All the pieces fall to his wish. Sucker for that quick reward, boy. Sucker for that quick reward, they say. When it comes to me, the soothing light at the end of your tunnel, it's just a freight train coming away. Then it comes to being the soothing light at the end of your tunnel. It's just a freight train coming away. It's coming your way. It's coming your way. Oh yeah. Here comes.
Hi, I'm Kathy Seelig, President and CEO of Friendly Center. Friendly Center is a family resource center that has been located in the city of Orange since 1924 and been part of the Street Fair since Street Fair began. Friendly Center is a family resource center that serves low-income families with food, emergency assistance, after-school tutoring, and a wide variety of programs to keep families stable and secure and kids safe in their homes. Friendly Center has been part of the Street Fair for a very long time, and I've been at Friendly Center for 22 years. So for the past 22 years, I've spent my Labor Day weekend at Street Fair. And gosh, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself this year. But anyway, there's lots of great memories that I have of being at Street Fair. And with Friendly Center, it is a major fundraiser. And the funds raised at Friendly Center go to help families that are in need directly out into the community. So we're really going to miss the fair this year. There's so many great memories of Street Fair, from the preparation of the food to serving beer from our beer booth, and all the people who come once a year just to catch up with each other and share good times of the past and make good memories for the future. You can be a big help this year for Street Fair and all the nonprofits that normally are raising lots of funds at Street Fair. If you can be a sponsor or donate in any way, it would be greatly appreciated, as all the nonprofits will benefit from your generosity. And together we can all make a difference and keep vital services going in our community.
Rainbow because Rainbow has given me friendships, family, and memories that I would never have thought I would have had in a million years. When I joined Rainbow, I was very young and a shy girl who didn't have very many friends. So Rainbow gave that to me and gave me the confidence to be who I am.
Hi, my name is Kayla McCute, and I'm a part of Orange Assembly number 86. The reason I love Rainbow is because it gives me the opportunity to express myself and make new friends.
Sweeney, and I'm with the International Order for Rainbow for Girls. This year, we'll be donating money to the Painted Turtle. This summer camp is for children with life-threatening and chronic illnesses. The money that is donated will be given to the Painted Turtle to give kids an opportunity to go to camp free of charge. For Rainbow, we get to do our own camping trip, and it is so much fun. And I would love to be able to give kids who wouldn't normally be able to have fun while camping the opportunity to do so. And with your help, those kids will have a memorable summer. We are getting to go to Rainbow Camp. Rainbow Camp is a place where girls from different assemblies go together, bond, and have lots of fun. The Orange Street Fair is our main source of income, so we can donate money to organizations such as the Painted Turtle and be able to go to Grand Assembly and do other fun activities. Grand Assembly is a trip where all of the assemblies in Southern California gather for a week of ritual fun and bonding with other girls.
Our group has always enjoyed doing the street fair. We share a lot of laughs and jokes and memories, and I've always loved experiencing all the different cultures and seeing how everyone can come together and create something so amazing. And everybody gets to enjoy it, and we've loved doing the street fair all these years. Thank you.
The 2016 Orange International Street Fair is now over.
Hi, my name is Jade. I joined Rainbow because my father is a Mason and he thought it would be fun for me. I really enjoy it along with the friends that I've made and how Rainbow helped me grow in my communication skills. To my group and I, Street Fair means we can come together and have fun while raising money for our assembly. Masons help us by donating their time, working the fun up in booth with us. A lot of parents volunteer too. Once we get the money back, we pay ourselves for the supplies we bought like batter and sugar. Then we vote on how to divide the money. We either keep it all or split it with the Painted Turtle. Participating in Orange International Street Fair means a lot to our assembly because it's our biggest fundraiser.
International Street Fair raises money to help donate to other organizations. Not only are we getting to help other organizations out, we are also getting to have fun ourselves.
I enjoy Street Fair because of all the special and fun memories I make with my fellow sisters.
In past years, we ran a funnel cake booth during the Orange Street Fair. The Masons helped us by doing the heavy lifting and manual labor we girls were having difficulty doing. This year, the Masons might not be able to give their physical support, but their financial support and yours is always appreciated.
All right, welcome back live to the studio. We had a little bit of a snafu there. You saw some of our live music that we have going on right now at Watson's. We're going to be bringing some of that to you a little bit later in the program. And as soon as we're done here tonight, I think we're going to try and kick it back over to Mike and
yeah, we're going to
Pete.
kick it back over to Mike and Pete at that point. Hey guys, this is live. This is real life. Hey, it happens, right?
It happens, right? That's live. I was going to say live TV for you, but it's not even live TV, right?
It's not. Well, it is live TV.
Yeah, it's all online.
It's all online.
So one of the things we were talking about before we went back live here was the furthest that people have gone to come to the Orange International Street Fair. We had somebody that plans their vacation every year from Illinois. Somebody that comes out here every year from Indiana. So make a comment in the Facebook feed if there's a further place than Illinois or Indiana that you've come out, or you've had family or friends that make a dedicated trip to come out to visit at the Orange International Street Fair. Okay, we are going to hear from a couple more of our nonprofits, and as a reminder, we are doing this weekend to benefit those nonprofit organizations throughout the city of Orange. So you can go to orangestreetfair.org to make a contribution. What we like to say is whatever you'd spend on beer and brats over the course of the weekend, make that a donation to the street fair, and make it a donation to all the nonprofits that benefit from the street fair. Nonprofits are really struggling this year and could really use your support. So please go to orangestreetfair.org and make a donation. It would be greatly appreciated. Okay, coming up next, we're going to have a short video from the Knights of Columbus and La Purísima, two of our stalwarts here at the Orange International Street Fair, and they're going to tell you a little bit about some of the services that they provide to our community.
Hello, my name is John Owen. I'm the Deputy Grand Knight for Council 4922 of the Knights of Columbus here in Orange. Our council is comprised of members from both La Purísima and Holy Family Cathedral parishes. We meet monthly at Holy Family Cathedral Church just down the street from the plaza on Gosell Street across from Hart Park. I thought it might be helpful to provide a little background to you all on the Knights of Columbus. The Knights of Columbus was established in 1882 in Connecticut by a Catholic priest named Father Michael J. McGivney. He ministered to the families of deceased workers from the local factories and docks. He had noticed the devastation caused by the death of the family breadwinner, so he established a lay organization of men to help the families suffering from the loss of a member of the family. This group of men later expanded into councils and extended their acts of charity into the community. Along the way, they established their guiding principles of charity, unity, and fraternity. Today, we number over 2 million members throughout the United States and the North Americas. The order has demonstrated loyalty to their country as well as their faith by taking Christopher Columbus, a recognized and celebrated Catholic and discoverer of the Americas, as their patron. Patriotism was soon added to the Knights' founding principles of charity, unity, and fraternity. Today, the Knights of Columbus continue to help others by giving to those in need. For example, in 2018, over $187 million and some 77 million hours of service were contributed to various programs throughout the United States and North America. This is almost the equivalent of $2.2 billion in donations. Among the programs supported are our No Neighbor Left Behind efforts, our charity efforts on behalf of Coats for Kids, which provides coats for needy kids throughout the United States, our Wheelchairs program for vets, as well as our global outreach on the wheelchairs. We provide support for Helping Hands, which provides help for homeless and needy folks in the community. Among those here in Orange County served are Isaiah House, Thomas House, and Casa Teresa. In addition, we provide support for our local Habitat for Humanity. For example, here in Tustin and Fullerton, 2 projects have been supported by the Knights of Columbus. On a national basis, our relief efforts include those in Haiti, which were established after a devastating earthquake ravaged the island nation. In addition, 1,000 wheelchairs were provided and funded for patients suffering from disabilities after the devastating quake. Aid was shipped to those in need due to the aftermath of Hurricane Sandy, and more than $500,000 in emergency funds were donated to victims of the hurricane. Another effort was initiated by the Knights of Columbus to provide funding for the Boston Marathon bombing victims, where we helped amputees acquire prosthetic devices not covered by insurance. Additionally, the Knights of Columbus contributed nearly $2 million to the Middle East to various aid programs that have received little or no funding from the U.S. government or the international community after ISIS began its genocidal campaign against religious and Christian minorities. Council 4922 supports these Knights of Columbus national and international charity programs through efforts like the Orange International Street Fair, which help us to raise funds for these contributions. Locally, Council 4922 has been providing food for families affected by COVID-19, as well as maintaining a line of communication with elderly members of our community to make sure their special needs are met. We have a special telephone outreach program to touch base with all of our elderly members of our council as well as members of the community. Also, Council 4922 maintains a strong relationship in the community with individuals with special needs. The Knights of Columbus helps pay for a day where many of the county's members with special needs are given a day of fun and excitement at an event called the Day of Sharing Carnival, which is put on by the Knights. The reach of the Orange Council is impressive. We give to the Orange County Special Olympics, we volunteer with the Orange County Habitat for Humanity, and we support the National Alliance on Mental Illness of Orange County, or NAMI-OC. We also contribute time and money to feed the homeless at Isaiah House, Thomas House, as well as Casa Teresa here in Orange. The Knights Council of Orange started with the Orange International Street Fair over 27 years ago. All of the members of the council, as well as their friends, wives, and other non-members, work the beer booth to help the Knights raise funds that allow us to help take care of a lot of people here in Orange and Orange County. What we raise at the street fair goes throughout the community. As you can see, the street fair is important in helping the Knights of Columbus help those in need. One of the great things about the Orange International Street Fair is the sense of community that is provided. It's a multicultural, multi-faith effort to improve our community. People from all walks of life come to the German beer and sausage booth to dance to the Oompa band and have fun. They'll grab a sausage from our Orange Lutheran brethren and then come over for a Spaten lager and have a good time. As you can see, the Orange International Street Fair is an integral part of the mission of the Knights of Columbus. Those who come and drink our beer may not even know it, but they are helping to support many disadvantaged individuals here in Orange and throughout the county. Charity is at the heart of our mission, and by supporting our beer booth at the Orange International Street Fair, those in need will need just a little less.
La Prisma is a preschool through 8th grade school that is embedded in this community. The strong sense of family encourages them to become the best person that they can be. Our school is accredited by WCEA and NCEA. We offer a blended learning environment where students receive individualized attention. We get to know the students so that we learn what their gifts are and we help them to develop that through their experiences, through their education, through the different activities that they do to help them become successful. We have fully qualified and credentialed teachers. Several hold master's degrees. They all hold a passion for learning.
We have some very unique offerings to our families and our students. We offer Spanish, kindergarten through 8th grade, taught by our Spanish teacher, who utilizes technology and a Spanish curriculum all the way through. In addition, we have music class once a week for each of our classrooms, kindergarten through 8th grade. And we offer art through kindergarten through 5th grade. La Purísima, we're very fortunate to have the use of technology. In grades K through 3, we're 2-to-1, and in 4th through 8th grade, we have 1-to-1 program using Chromebooks. In addition to the Chromebooks, we also incorporate Google Apps for education.
Here at our school, we're a very diverse community. We have families who come in from different areas because they know the strength of our academics, they know the strength of our faith formation, and they make it a choice to come here.
We specifically chose La Purísima because of the community, because of the diversity in the school. And it's not even just that there's cultural diversity, it's that La Purísima uses that and then they actively embrace it and make it part of the school. The school really is creating extremely well-rounded individuals that have the potential to create great lives for themselves and also improve the world.
La Purísima works closely with the parish. We're a ministry from the parish. And we see ourselves as being a part of the church. When the students go outside to one side, they see the church and they're reminded that God is in every part of our lives.
Nosotros establecemos la fe católica en todas las áreas de enfoque académico. Aquí en La Purísima, nuestra fe es fundamental en todas las áreas académicas. Nosotros vamos a misa una vez a la semana, pero rezamos todos los días junto como una congregación y como una familia.
Students, not only do they serve at masses, but they also participate in helping with the mobile pantry. They participate in serving the community. These are just some examples of how faith formation is a part of the student service here at La Purísima. Every day when I come to school, I'm surrounded by a beautiful campus. I'm surrounded by beautiful children. Our children are surrounded by a faculty and staff that loves them and wants to see them succeed. I'm surrounded by a community that strives to make our students not only academically strong, but faith-filled. And we work together to prepare our students to go out and make a difference in the world.
And welcome back to the 2020 virtual Orange International Street Fair. I'm Brian Lockery. I'm on the board of directors of the Orange International Street Fair. With me, Adam Feliz, president of the Street Fair.
Ooh, it's been great so far.
It has been a lot of fun. It has been. We've had our ups and downs here today, but we've had a good time.
That's the joy. The first time of doing this, we get to, lay the groundwork for it.
Absolutely, absolutely. We just kind of roll with the punches. That's what we do here. It was great listening and learning about our nonprofits in our community, Knights of Columbus and La Purísima. Thank you both for all you do. And I know La Purísima does Irish Street along with OTPA every year.
And I'm very partial to Irish Street with
yes.
OTPA. So
yes. Love the Irish bangers and Irish nachos and maybe some of that Irish beer too.
Yeah, we can't talk about that.
All right, we won't talk about that. But we do want to talk about the next entertainment we have coming up and who we have. And this is a hometown favorite. And you've probably seen them. They've played Flag Day events. They have played city events at Mayor's Prayer Breakfasts. They have played events throughout the city, throughout the county, throughout the state, and throughout the nation. It's the Wimberley Bluegrass Family Band, and we are fortunate here at Communications Lab because one of those Wimberleys, Danielle Wimberley, actually works with us. And so we're very glad to have her part of the team here at Communications Lab. And to see her play that mandolin is something to behold. So here you go, the Wimberley Bluegrass Band. Enjoy.
Hope you can live up to this, Danielle. James is going to switch over to mandolin and play mandolin for a couple tunes. Right now we're going to start off with a good old fiery instrumental with James to kick us off, one called Roanoke. Spanish two steps off the road.
below.
Thank you. Well, we're going to have Danielle grab her mandolin again. James will grab the banjo. We'll go back to our normal instruments. And while they're getting all set up, I'll mention again, we have some CDs for sale if y'all are interested in that, or some Wimberley Bluegrass Band t-shirts. I know the first thing on all your minds was this vest I'm wearing here, right? Now it's a good time to mention that because I got this one from MMD Antiques, and he's right down the street here, right there off of Chapman. What's that, West Chapman? Y'all should check out his shop. He's got some cool stuff. I got this vest here. That bolo tie's from MMD. These boots. Yeah. So if you want some good wear, some good antiques, all kinds of stuff, you should check out Matt Duvall down there. Right now it looks like they're ready. We're going to slow things down a little bit after that last tune and do a song that you might have heard if you've been on listening to Christian radio or something recently. We bluegrassed this one up, put it on our CD. Here's one called 10,000 Reasons. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, worship His holy name. Sing like never before, oh my soul, worship Your holy name. The sun comes up, it's a new day dawning. It's time to sing Your song again. Whatever may pass and whatever lies before me, let me be singing when the evening comes. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, worship His holy name. Sing along with us if you know it. Sing like never before, oh my soul, worship Your holy name. You're rich in love and you're slow to anger. Your name is great and your heart is kind. For all Your goodness I will keep on singing. 10,000 reasons for my heart to find. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, worship His holy name. Sing like never before, oh my soul, worship Your holy name. And on that day when my strength is failing, the end draws near and my time has come, still my soul will sing Your praise unending. 10,000 years and then forever. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, worship His holy name. Sing like never before, oh my soul, worship Your holy name. Worship Your holy stay. I'm tired of these red brick buildings, I'm gonna leave today. As we won't hold the dreadful winter, I'm going back to the Grapevine Center. Pack up, I'm a thing to be on my way. Yeah, 'cause I got California on my mind. Yeah, I'm leaving this old town behind. I'm tired of sitting, I'm tired of fighting. I'm going back where the sun keeps shining. I got California on my mind. City, but I'd sure like to see. And I bet my $5, she's still sweet on me. I'm a homesick fat Puerto Rico sicker. I'm trying to say that I'm quicker in this town, and we just don't agree. Yeah, 'cause I've got California on my mind. I'm leaving this whole town behind. Yeah, I'm tired of sitting, I'm tired of finding. I'm going back where the sun keeps shining. I've got California on my mind. I've got California on my mind. Thank you. Well, before we started our set earlier a few minutes ago, we had a gentleman come up to us. There you are right there. We're going to send this song out to you. We got a request for a great old Jim Croce song that we worked up a year or so back. We're going to do this Jim Croce tune, bluegrass style for you. It's called I've Got a Name. Lining the winding road, I've got a name, I've got a name. Like the singing bird and the croaking toad, I've got a name, I've got a name. And I carried with me like my daddy did, but I'm living the dream that he kept in. Moving me down the highway, pulling me down the highway, moving ahead so life won't pass me by. Like the north wind whistling down the sky, I've got a song, I've got a song. I like the whippoorwill and the babies cry, I've got a song, I've got a song. And I carry it with me and I sing it loud. If it gets me nowhere, I'll go their crowd. Moving me down the highway, rolling me down the highway, moving ahead so life won't pass me by. But they can't change me. I've got a dream, I've got a dream. Oh, and I know I can share it if you want me to. If you're going my way, I'll go there too. Moving me down the highway, pulling me down the highway, moving ahead so life won't pass me by. Moving me down the highway, pulling me down the highway, moving ahead so life won't pass me by. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. We're going to pick things up a little bit, pick up the pace with a great old classic bluegrass tune by one of the greatest songwriters in America.
All right, the Wimberley Bluegrass Band. They are amazing, and a special shout out to Danielle Wimberley. It is her birthday today. So not only amazing on the mandolin, but happy birthday to Danielle.
And we don't think anybody wants to have Brian and I sing happy birthday to her.
Now, that would get ugly really fast.
Yeah, really fast.
Oh my goodness. So we did get a notice that we have somebody, we were asking, where's the furthest you've traveled to come to the Orange International Street Fair? And haven't got a lot of answers to that, but we did get a notice from somebody who is watching from Urbana, Missouri. In fact, It's Martin McIntosh's aunt, Pat Nunn, watching from Urbana, Missouri. Hi, Aunt Pat. Thanks so much for watching.
Thanks for watching us. We hope you're enjoying.
We do hope you're enjoying, and we hope everyone's enjoying, and we hope everybody's contributing out there. OrangeStreetFair.org is our website, and we're looking for donations to help the nonprofits that unfortunately are unable to raise funds at the Orange International Street Fair this year because of COVID-19. So we're asking people, make those donations. So please, OrangeStreetFair.org, OrangeStreetFair.org, OrangeStreetFair.org. Please make those donations today.
We're filming used car commercials
I
now?
know, right? Sunday. Speaking of which, we are actually, and we wanted to give the schedule out too.
Yes.
Everything's stream of consciousness. It's late on Friday. Cut us some slack here, folks. Tomorrow, we're going to be live here at noon tomorrow. And we have a few additional nonprofit organizations that we're going to show that you won't see here tonight. So we've got some more that are going to be coming tomorrow, plus the ones you've seen here tonight. And then after that, we're going to be going live out at Watson's, I believe, or Rodrigo's.
No, we're at Rodrigo's
tomorrow. Okay,
yeah.
so Rodrigo's, Mike Mahi and Pete Mangasing is going to be live tomorrow at 3 o'clock over at Rodrigo's. So please tune in for that. You're going to hear some great live music. And if you're wondering, who is Pete and Mike? You keep talking about Pete and Mike. Well, if you saw that last Wimberley video, you saw they did a cutaway of a guy in an Angel's cap and another guy he was talking to looking at his watch, which is, I think, probably what Pete and Mike are doing right about now. They're looking at their watch going, how long are these guys going to blabber on? Well, we're going to blabber on for a little bit longer because we do have some trivia we want to get to.
All right.
Trivia. So, Martin, can you put that trivia question up? Here it is, trivia time. What years did it rain at the Orange International Street Fair? So as we all know, it's going to be very hot this weekend. It's going to be in triple digits, 107, 108, something along those lines.
110.
Ugh, ugly. It's going to get ugly this weekend, which, of course, as we know, Street Fair veterans know that is what Labor Day weekend in Orange is all about, is triple digits, right? It always nice and mild the weekend before, nice and mild the weekend after, brutal on Labor Day weekend.
Happens every year.
Happens every year. This year is no exception. This year, COVID fooled Mother Nature, though, and said, no, you're not going to have a street fair this year. But the real question is, when did Mother Nature decide to rain on us? So it has happened in the past. It has happened actually recently.
Yeah.
And then once a little while back. So we're going to get to that answer in just a little bit. So what years did it rain at the Orange International Street Fair? If you think you know the answer, put it in the comments section of the Facebook page, and first answer gets a pin.
They'll get a pin
First
this
answer,
time.
if you get the answer right, you get a pin. What years did it rain at the Orange International Street Fair? Okay. So now we're going to, again, step aside. We're going to hear from a couple more of our nonprofit organizations. We're going to hear from OLU, Orange Lutheran. We're going to hear from the Old Town Preservation Association, of which Mr. Feliz is a board member.
I'm the preservation chairman on there now. I just got appointed to that, I think, last Monday, as a matter of fact. So
Very
happy
good.
to serve on their board as well. Another integral part of the community.
He wears many hats. So
yes, too many hats.
Too many hats. Yes. So Street Fair today is also on the OTPA board, and then we'll also hear from the Sons of Italy as well, who do a lot of good for our community. So here's some information about those nonprofits.
Being a student here at Orange Lutheran allows you to express yourself in any outlet that you enjoy or are passionate about, and what I really like is that the teachers and staff encourage you to participate in any activity or be involved in any club or anything that you are passionate about, and it's really encouraged here.
The student life at Orange Lutheran is very welcoming. So the first days of freshman year are basically like fun days. Like there's just a bunch of activities that help get freshmen more acquainted to the school. And then once the year goes on a little bit more, the freshmen can become more involved with student life.
It's always beneficial to try new things here because everybody is so welcoming and all of the teachers are so supportive of everything that you do along with the students.
Coming in as a freshman, I was pretty nervous actually because I've never been to the school, I've never known anyone that was coming in, but I was so surprised with how much the missions program invested in me.
Well, at first I was kind of nervous going into performing arts because that wasn't my thing per se, but you know, they were very open and they made us want to open up. It just really brought me closer to a lot of people that I would never think I would be friends with.
It's a really fun process to be in both a sport and creative worship because one thing that creative worship has really helped me with in terms of volleyball is taking like a leadership role. It's just taught me to interweave faith in my life as well.
Missions has benefited me through really just building that Christian community around me that really just lifts me up in everything, and missions really brings that central focus on how to pursue God in a day-to-day life.
Ignite has taught me some incredible leadership skills, and now I can connect with people on a more personal level.
When I look back, I just realized that the things that I am now involved in are things that I love, and that was just through me getting involved with things that sounded interesting and fun and just going for it, and that's made my high school experience so special.
No matter what your interests are, we have something for you through our clubs and activities and elective classes. And there's something for everyone. And if you can't find something that you're interested in, then you can create that club and you'll find people that are interested in that club. And I think Orange Lutheran gives you that ability to create something or to be a part of something that is truly yours.
I'm Sandy Quinn, and I'm president of the Old Town Preservation Association here in Old Town Orange. Our job, our mission, is to protect and preserve and to enhance the great historical values and character and the unique charm of Old Town. Old Town's quite a place. It has 1,400 homes built before 1940. And if you walk through, if you take a journey through Old Town, walk the sidewalks, you see great old homes. Some of them were built at the turn of the century. In fact, I live across the street from one that was built in late 1800s. Mine is built 111 years ago. It's a rich tapestry of architecture, craftsmen, Victorian, all from that great period in American architecture and home development. You see verandas and balconies. You see sidewalks with families with their kids and their dogs. It's a wonderful place to live. One reason it is the Old Town Preservation Association. You've been around 48 years as the International Street Fair. We've been around 35. And during that 35, we've been great supporters of the street fair. We participated and supported every one of them. We have a booth every year. We rotate between great sandwiches or beer. So at the next one, next year, please come by, because we depend on the street fair, like so many nonprofits do, for our budget. And what do we do with the money? OTPA, to protect and preserve and enhance Old Town, has activities and programs all year that try and keep Old Town historic. We have a Old Town Forum every year where we discuss the state of the forum with the mayor, the city manager, the senior vice president of Chapman, and the police chief. We've been doing it for 5 years. We have a preservation awards program every year where we reward the people who have improved their homes, their exteriors, to make them look better, and to paint and to fix them up and to restore them and preserve them and protect them and enhance them. And those preservation awards have been going on for 25 years. And we not only award homes, but businesses around the plaza. The plaza is a catalyst, a centerpiece of Old Town, and we all love it. You do too as a street fair, because that's where you have it. Other things we do are we're funding preservation interns for the city, where we will fund youngsters, college students, to help our preservation staff in the Community Development Department of the City of Orange. They'll help them with all kinds of projects in historic preservation. And it's a way of our giving back to the city. The city has design standards, and OTPA tries its best to help the city enforce those. These are the guidelines of keeping Old Town historic and old. So we do a lot for Old Town. We go to every city council meeting. We go to the DRC, the Design Review Committee. We go to the Planning Commission. We do what we can to keep Old Town charming and historic. And we love the street fair. We thank the street fair for all you do. You make so much possible in town. So if you want to join OTPA or learn more about it, go to otpa.org. And thanks for listening.
Hi, this is Stefano Tomeo. I'm with the Sons of Italy Renaissance Lodge here in the city of Orange. We're also known as the Orange County American Italian Renaissance Foundation. We're a charitable group. Our primary mission is to promote awareness of the Italian culture here in the city of Orange and in the greater Orange County community. We have been a long-time member of the street fair. Our group started in 1972, so just before the start of the street fair. So we have a long history right from the first year. You might know us as Italian Street, which we established. We sell the Italian sausages, pizza, the meatball sandwiches, and of course the beer. Unfortunately this year, due to the pandemic, we have no street fair to participate in. So as part of Orange International Street Fair, we're asking for donations. The pandemic decimated all the charitable organizations, so we have no fundraising that we can do this year. Part of our mission, including that of promoting Italian culture, is to support local charities. And just to go through a few, we do Casa Teresa, which supports abused women here and families here in the city of Orange. We also support Meals on Wheels. We support local scholarships for many students in the city. We work very closely with El Medina High School football and have supported them as they've actually also supported us with labor. We also support the City of Orange Library, the City of Orange. We've donated other scholarships, including outside of the City of Orange, to the Cal State Long Beach, the Chapman University. We've supported the Chapman University Weatherby Library. We also support the Bowers Museum, where we have a very large presence, where a lot of our cultural activities take place, which really benefits all the people of the County of Orange. So let me just close by saying we'd appreciate any support that you can give to the orangestreetfair.org by donation to that website. All the charities need it, including ours. My name's Stefano Tomeo, Sons of Italy. Thank you very much.
All right, welcome back to the show, everyone. My name's Brian Lockery. I'm a director on the Orange International Street Fair Board, and with me is Adam Felice, president of the board. And we love Sons of Italy. We love their Italian sausages, their meatballs, and their pizza. Unfortunately, couldn't get it this year, so we did get Zito's. So I'll say this: at least it's a Old Town business. So we did get some local pizza, but it's just not the same as Sons of Italy.
And I'm sorry, I just finished a bite from it. Sorry about that, guys. We're a little hungry over here. Nobody brought us any food. So
it's been a long evening, so we're trying to make do where we can. Okay, we are going to go to our trivia answer now. And the question is, what years did it rain at the Orange International Street Fair? Well, you see years is plural, so you know it must have been more than one. Do we have an answer? We may even actually have a photograph of a recent one. I don't know if, Martin, you can pull that up.
Ooh.
So you see OTPA there, and boy, it was coming down.
It was. I remember that one.
We do remember that one.
I was actually at my house taking a small little break, but don't tell anybody, I got away for a few seconds. But when I leave the fairgrounds, I'm not really leaving the fairgrounds. It's kind of cheating.
Yeah.
Live so close. But I was actually just got into the house to take a quick break there, and all of a sudden I started hearing this little pitter patter, and I looked out my window, and the next thing I know, I'm running half a block to get down there because we had to actually kill the power. We had to turn the power off for about 45 minutes.
It was a deluge. And let's give you the answer to the trivia question, then we can talk a little bit more about it.
Yeah.
But the answer to the trivia question: 2 times it has rained at the street fair. Once in 1976, and again in I thought it was 2017.
2017.
Yeah,
wow.
2017. So typo there on our part is actually 1976 and 2017. So yeah, it was that the photo you saw there was from 2017, and boy, it came down. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Asking you shall receive. It's 1976. Thank you, Mr. McIntosh, in the back room,
We
making
love it.
things right. Yeah, so 1976 and 2017, and it was not only rainy that year, for those of us who remember it, but the winds kicked up that year. Got really windy. It was after that they required the 40 pounds per leg on every pop-up.
The next year they did.
And then after the rain and the wind, and then the power went out, and then because we had all that standing water, so the power was out, and then the sun came back out, and it just was humid as all get out. So that was 2017 was a nightmare year. It really was.
Even though the power was out for about an hour and 15 minutes or so, beer was still able to be poured. So
Beer
What can you
always,
say?
yeah, keep the beer flowing. As long as you got the beer and the brats, you got yourself a street fair, right, Mike Winger? I assume you're still watching, right? Okay, we are going to step aside one more time, and this is, let's see here, correct me if I'm wrong, Orange County Lions and OHS baseball. I'm getting a nod of the head from the back room. Yes. So here we go. So a couple more nonprofits. These are the Orange County Central Lions Club and Orange High School Baseball. You enjoy their food, enjoy their drinks at the street fair, but this is what they do the rest of the year.
Hello, I'm Alan Wash with the Orange County Central Lions Club. Normally you would see me out working at the street fair, but unfortunately because of circumstances this year, we are not able to participate. So we are trying to have a virtual street fair where we are raising money for all the organizations, the charitable organizations that are involved in the street fair, of which we are one. We hope that you will contribute something to our cause and to all the other great causes that participate in the street fair. A little bit about the Lions Club. What we do in the local community is we provide free eye exams and eyeglasses to children in the Orange Unified School District who can't afford them otherwise. We contribute a significant amount of money to Mary's Kitchen, which helps feed the homeless. We have a socks and shampoo project where we collect socks and small shampoos to distribute to homeless people through the Orange County Rescue Mission. We contribute money to the Patriots and Paws organization, which helps veterans recently out of the service to get established in their housing and with furniture, etc. We give a significant amount of money to the City of Hope, and our main mission is site preservation. So we do a lot of free site screenings and provide free eyeglasses to people in California, along with just general charitable donations to various organizations in California, Seeing Eye Dogs. Right now we're collecting money for California Fire Relief to help the people in the Northern California going through the fires that they're going through. And in general, just participate in the community with various service organizations, service projects. We have planted trees in the city of Orange. We planted a Liberty Elm down in Hart Park with a plaque by it, which is an offshoot of the original Liberty Elm that the Patriots in 1774, I believe, were gathering under when they were getting ready to break away from the British and form our great country. So I hope you will contribute something to the virtual street fair and help organizations like ours and all of the other great organizations that participate.
Hi, this is Coach Chase with Orange High School Baseball. First, I'd like to thank the Orange International Street Fair for allowing us to do the street fair virtually this year. We're so sad that we can't be out there with you guys this year, but we're looking forward to next year. Orange High School Baseball has been doing some great things over the last few years. We've relied heavily on the fundraising that we get from the Orange International Street Fair every year. So please donate, help our cause. We thank you, we love you guys, and we miss you.
Told me, babe, someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
I was thinking about the band, I was thinking about the fans. We were underground, loading merch in that 12-passenger van, in a small club in Minnesota, and the snow outside of First Ave. I just wanted my name in a star. Now look at where we at, still growing up, still growing up. I would lay in my bed and dream about what I've become. Couldn't wait to get older, couldn't wait to be some. Now that I'm here, still young. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. 'Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Wish I didn't think I had the answers. Wish I didn't drink all of that glass first. Wish I made it to homecoming. Got up the courage to ask her. Wish I would've gotten out of my shell. Wish I put the bottle back on that shelf. Wish I wouldn't have worried about what other people thought. I felt comfortable with myself. Rooftop open and the stars above. Moment frozen, sneaking out and falling in love. Me, you, and our free time. We just begun. On the grass dreaming, figuring out who I was. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. 'Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Never thought we'd get old. Maybe we're still young. Maybe you always look back and think it was better than it was. Maybe these are the moments. Maybe I've been missing what it's about. Been scared of the future, thinking about the past while missing out on now. We've come so far. I guess I'm proud. And I ain't worried about the wrinkles around my smile. I got some scars. I've been around. I felt some pain. I've seen some things, but I'm here now. Those good old days.
You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. I wish somebody would've told me, babe, someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
All right. Once a Panther,
always a Panther.
That's right. Orange High School baseball. That was fun, and I think Aaron Jacoby did the video on that.
I believe so. I think he did, and I think he's actually watching us live on Facebook right now.
Well, thanks for all you do for the community, Aaron, as well. You
Yes,
do so much for
appreciate
our schools and for our community. So we've got one more video to show?
We've got one more video to show.
Okay.
And I do have a couple, or maybe one story about this group. I don't know if we should tell everybody. I don't know. Should we do this or no?
I think we probably should.
Okay.
They've been waiting a long time.
So this group has been a part of the fair. Gosh, I don't even remember. They're probably watching right now. I can assume Mark and Rhea are probably watching right now. I could only imagine that they're watching right now. They have this little pig that's on their booth that they bring out every year, and I don't even remember what it was. It had to have been my third or fourth fair. We used to take the pig early in the morning and hide it from them. And then they would come up and they would try to figure out where it had gone, and it was just a blast. It was a good time. And you know, it's such a great street. We always have such a great time with them and have fun with them. And you know, they've done a lot for the community as well. I believe their dad was a founding member of the youth sports there.
Gene Smith, yeah.
Gene Smith. And you know, it's just great to see that they're actually still involved in the fair.
Yep.
And their sister Tita is also involved still in the fair, even though she's retired from being the mayor now and out of Catholic Charities as well. She's retired.
Right.
And so
she still stays involved. The whole Smith family still stays involved because community is just that important, particularly the community here in Orange. And anybody who's been to the street fair knows Polynesian Street always goes over and above. I mean, the other streets, Greek Street and Irish Street and Italians, they do a great job of decorating their booths and everything, but Polynesians, I mean, come on with the on, right?
Geez. Every year they do it. They show up on Thursday night around 11 o'clock, and then they just get it all set up and ready to go, and it's just amazing.
So unfortunately this year there is no physical street fair. There's just the virtual street fair that we're having here today. So there's no way that they could set up their booth this year, right?
Nope, there's no way they could do it.
They couldn't do it this year. Yeah, couldn't set up a booth this year. No, not happening. Might we have some?
What?
Wait a minute.
No way.
Wait a minute. Yes, Polynesian Street is up and running. Now, wait a minute. I see a beer sale sign in the back there, though, and that's making me a little suspect because I would hope that they're paying for those cups. And
I hope that they're paying for those cups. I hope you guys are hearing this. You better be paying for those.
Oh, my goodness.
You
well,
know
that
what?
is a lot of fun.
I can't believe they did it. But I'm not. They did it.
They did it. Of course they did.
They did. Of course.
Because they're Polynesian Street.
They must be having a blast watching us. And they're probably looking at us going, look at these guys. All night we had to put up with them just so they could announce our group. Oh.
Well, as amazing as that. Well, you know, when you run a race, when you're doing a relay, who do you put at the anchor position, right? You put your strongest runner at your anchor position. So we put the Polynesians in the anchor position here at our virtual street fair. And they, just as they do every year in person with their street, with the way they decorate the booth, they did it with the video they submitted as well. So check this out.
Hello, welcome to the 2020 Virtual Orange International Street Fair. We are Polynesian Street. We put this video together today to demonstrate what we do at Polynesian Street. My name is Pete, this is Greg, this is Betsy, and Rhea, and Mark, and Julie. We've been putting Polynesian Street together for the last couple of years. This year we're putting together a video to just show what we do and how much fun we have at Polynesian Street. I hope you enjoy our video. Remember to go to orangestreetfair.org to donate to support the virtual street fair. Give us a shout out at Polynesian Street in the comments while you're there. Enjoy the rest of the video.
Look forward to seeing you in 2021.
Hello everyone, and welcome to our virtual voyage. Under the circumstances of Orange International Street Fair 2020, we'd like to guide you through Polynesian Street and what we proudly stand for. In 1995, in the spirit of community, a great group of hardworking parents and friends got the advice and chance to enter the OISF, opening the door to raise much-needed funds for Orange Little League and other youth sports in the city. At that time, the fair was growing and we were issued the new ethnic area of Polynesia Street, and from that moment on, the group Orange Youth Sports was formed. With much planning, organizing, and hard work, in a matter of a few short months, a game plan was put together, and with fingers crossed, Polynesian Street opened Friday, September 3rd, and that was the start of a 25-plus year run, this being our 26th. A menu with pork sliders and fruit cups led the way for the first few years in our food booth. A beer wagon led the way with refreshments as well. Splitting funds with another group made this new adventure a bit rocky, wondering if the effort was worth the financial outcome. But as years went on, with persistent people involved, there was always room for improvement. Polynesian Street then transitioned into serving a delicious homemade Kalua pork slider recipe, watermelon slices, and yummy frozen fruit bars, tropical style. The food booth setup included tiki serving counters, thatching roof, and volunteer workers in Hawaiian-style attire. The refreshment area had man-made tall bars that looked awesome, however, were intimidating for walk-up business, again creating that thought, is this worth the financial outcome? Trying a new approach, the basic 6-foot tables transformed into easy walk-up, colorful, tropical bar space, leis, umbrellas, and tiki men. Whammo, we were in business. Polynesian Street entertainment stage, some of the best in the fair from the get-go. Live Hawaiian hula dancers performed for several years, always a favorite to look forward to on Saturday, opening the fair. Simply beautiful, and the conch shell so great to hear. So many outstanding bands playing for free, helping raise funds for Orange Little League and our cause. Bands such as the Torquays, the Mai Tais, Tequila Worms, and Fabulous Nomads were consistent for several years, along with many others up to the current, who have rocked, soothed, and rolled our stage, entertaining our customers and fairgoers beyond appreciation from our group for their time, talent, and even sweat.
Oh, hi everybody, and welcome to Polynesian Street. Today we're going to show you how to make the Kalua pork sliders that make us famous here on Polynesian Street. We're also going to take you back into your memories of the street fair and the things that you love, being in the community of Orange and being with the people that make a difference to you. But you got to have something to do there, and you got to have something to eat. And why not these Kalua pork sliders? Now I know, you're saying, hey, weren't you a regional champion in bun cutting in college? I was, but who wasn't? We pull them all out like this, using these gloves because we care so much about you and the COVID experience. We're gonna do it this way. We're gonna cut that in half, and we're gonna cut that in half. And you see how we stack them like this? We're gonna take our Ginsu knife, Ginsu, available on Amazon.com, and we're gonna slice like this. So simply, so perfectly, and a slice. And that quickly, you have a whole case of delicious Hawaiian sweet rolls that make these sandwiches so good. Look at them. You can divide them any way you want. We do it in a way that makes sense for our profits here at Orange Youth Sports so that we can support organizations in this community. You don't have to do that. But we're going to show you how to make a great sandwich. We're going to open these up. And if you drop one, don't feel bad. You're at home. Nobody cares. We're going to open these up. We're going to take some delicious Kalua pork. This Kalua pork, you can make your own. It's got a little cabbage in it. It's got a little love in it. It's got a lot of thyme in it. And it came from Connie, a friend of ours who developed this recipe over time and then took it over and really helped us make these sandwiches something that we could be proud of and that would make a difference in this community. Once you have that Kalua pork in there, we're going to take this delicious sauce. Now this sauce is a little pineapple, a little teriyaki, a little apricot, a little ginger, a little soy, and a ton of people who care that put this together. You can take this sandwich and you can eat it all at once, or you can share it with your friends. We put it together like this, and we take a bite. We do the Guy Fieri hunch because it just helps. And when you do, words come out like they do on TV. I mean, it is savory. It is sweet. These King's Hawaiian rolls just make it this buttery sweetness that's so delicious. And the pork that falls apart on when you're pulling it really comes together to give this lovely sweetness to the sauce and with the roll. It really is. Takes you back to the islands. It takes you back to your community in Orange. And it just makes you feel like the food itself gives you the love that this community gives you. Come by when you get a chance. Have a Kalua pork slider. Have a front porch pop where they're hand-seeded popsicles of tropical flavors that are so good. And especially on a hot day, you can't have one. Well, you can't stop at 3. Buy one for your whole family. And then walk over to our beer booth where we have the Straub Company taking great care of us and giving you ice cold, big wave beer and one of my favorites, Longboard Lager. We have some great choices for you. We have some great memories for you, and we have a ton of friends over here for you to find. Come see us again.
Throughout the years, Polynesian Street has won several theme awards, which included food and decoration booth both. A tropical feel that can be hard to resist on a warm sunny afternoon and balmy evening in our city. None of this could be done without the hardworking help of every single volunteer that has worked on Polynesian Street since 1995. Before was set up, during was serving, shift leaders, and after fair hours, money counters, tear down, and cleanup. Thank you to each and every one of you. What truly makes Polynesian Street the successful fundraiser that it is today is all of you who attend the fair. Throughout the years, we've had so many truly loyal customers, sponsors, and alumni OLL players and families that come back every year to support our street. Through the warm, muggy weather, the flat-out hot weather, and even a freak rainstorm where the beer still flowed, listening to our outstanding surf, tropical, and classic bands, meeting up with old friends, high fives, new babies, chatting, eating, hugs, refreshments, smiles, singing and dancing, all the while supporting Polynesian Street and OISF fundraiser. Proceeds going towards our youth of today, Orange Little League, keeping in the community spirit of baseball, families, and lifelong friendships. Our Polynesian Street volunteers will miss seeing many of you this year and enjoying our entertainment bands as well, but look forward to 2021 with hopeful thoughts that OISF will be back live in action. For now, we ask that you please enjoy this video and feel free to donate on this virtual Polynesian voyage, knowing that whatever you can do, as if you were at the fair, our motto is, every purchase counts, no matter how large or small. We truly appreciate it all. Mahalo.
Thanks everybody for joining us on our short trip to the islands. And go look for us at orangestreetfair.org. Give a shout out to Polynesian Street. We look forward to seeing you in 2021. Please donate.
And leave a comment in the comment box for Polynesian Street. See you in 2021.
Thank you.
Amazing job,
Oh.
amazing job. And Greg, thank you so much for that tutorial on making the Kalua pork sliders.
You know, he even plugged the Ginza knife.
I saw that, yes.
Yes.
Using the Ginsu knife and wearing the gloves to protect against COVID.
He had it all covered there.
He had everything covered.
Mark and Rhea, I don't think anybody's listening, but I'm coming over after we're done because I guarantee you guys have some sliders over there.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, we would like to thank our sponsors one more time, so let's run through them really quick. We have Supervisor Don Wagner, County Board of Supervisor, 3rd District. Came through yet again this year, as he does every year, and we told him it was going to be a virtual fair. He says, I'm in. It's for the nonprofits in the community. Thank you very much to Supervisor Wagner for doing that. Would also like to thank the Shannon Family Mortuary for their generous contribution to the fair and sponsorship to the fair. Thank you so much.
And it's Chapman and Waverly.
We got the address. There you go. Chapman and Waverly is the intersection now. They moved. Of course, most of us remember them down on Maple Street. They have now moved over to Chapman and Waverly. Also, the Chapel of Orange, which is located over at Maple and Grand, and they hopefully will be resuming weddings shortly over there on that, and also Sunday services as well. So we look forward. Everyone looks forward to getting out of COVID here relatively soon. And then my firm, Communications Lab, we're helping out a little bit with some of the technical stuff. We're doing the video production work and some of the behind the scenes work. And would like to thank Martin McIntosh, who's done a yeoman's work behind the scenes and willing to stay late on a Friday and willing to come in tomorrow as well. And that leads us into where we are for the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, so we're super excited for that. And you know, it's been a fantastic time tonight, Brian.
It has been. It's been a lot of fun.
It has. We're about 3 minutes over what our normal beer shutdown time would be.
No more beer.
No more beer.
The beer is out.
So we're out of that. But
so yes, beer shut down. all alcohol sales must cease. All entertainment must stop. It's now after 9 o'clock. So I guess entertainment would include also the virtual fair.
It would. Do you think that they're going to send OPD? Are they standing at the back or at the front door right now, going to flush us out like they do within minutes of the fair ending?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to call Dan Adams and see if he's got his team assembled. But make sure you join us tomorrow. So we're going to be back on again tomorrow at noon. So tune in again tomorrow at noon. We're going to have a couple of additional nonprofits that we're going to have video stories about, as well as everything you saw here today, all the nonprofits. So if you missed any part of this program, we'll have more on that tomorrow. And then tomorrow evening, very special, we're going to have live music from a lot of the bands that play at the street fair. They're going to be playing at Rodrigo's tomorrow night, and we're going to be having going Facebook Live on that, and that's from 3 to 7.
No, 3, 5,
and 7. I'm sorry, 3, 5, and 7 tomorrow. So at 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and 7 o'clock, they're going to be having live acts. So I guess it's kind of like the street fair. They're on for an hour and then an hour off to switch the bands, and then on for an hour. So 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and 7 o'clock are going to be the times for the live music. And then noon, if you want to catch this program again and learn more about the nonprofits in our community. And again, just one final reminder, orangestreetfair.org is the website you want to go to make a donation. So if you're seeing this and you're catching this late for the first time, the reason we're doing all this and the reason we do the street fair every year is to really help out the nonprofits in our community. I mean, it's a wonderful event. It's a lot of fun. The community loves it. They all get out. They have a good time. Great music, great food, great beer, great drinks, great everything. But it really goes to help those 50 nonprofits that are out there trying to earn money to provide the services for the community that they all do.
And just on a side note, we brought up a former mayor, and I think we should bring up another former mayor. We have hijacked her office for the studio.
Yes, we have.
So, Carolyn, thank you. We have taken over your office for the studio, and it's been great.
Yes, Carolyn Kavecki, former mayor of the city of Orange and currently the CEO of the Orange County Taxpayers Association. And we have somewhat commandeered her office over on Chapman Avenue, and we have put up the green screen you see behind us. This really is not the plaza, obviously. It's not the middle of the day. So yes, this is a green screen that we're working on. And we have all the lights set up here and everything else. So we've kind of commandeered her office and turned it into a studio. And we're very grateful that she allowed us to do that. Yes,
there it is.
The magic has gone away. Now you know.
Woo! Back at the plaza.
All right, back in the plaza. Well, we will be back in the plaza tomorrow at noon. So make sure you join us then. Again, you see the scroll underneath. Please make sure you donate, orangestreetfair.org. And we really appreciate everybody for joining us here this evening. And thanks for sticking with us for these just over 3 hours.
Wow.
I know.
We did it.
Believe it. We did it.
We did it. We actually did it.
All right. Well, as they say at the end of the fair, at the end of each day, I've been fortunate to be the quote-unquote voice of the street fair on the PA system. And one of the things we started to say at the end of every street fair is, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Well, the same goes for tonight. So you are home, hopefully, staying safe. So enjoy the rest of the evening, and we'll see you here tomorrow at noon. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.